The train driver sees it too late. A wall of water falling from the tunnel ceiling. He understands the tunnel is breaking. He slams the hyper brakes, but the train, moving at high speed, can't stop. It derails from the tracks. It scrapes against the walls. Passengers are thrown on top of each other. Many are thrown out of the broken windows. Many more are crushed. The train, packed with 2,000 people, collides head-on with the wall. The front 3 coaches are completely destroyed. In the last coach, Sam's eyes open. He's trapped between bodies. He's alive, but he's more worried about his daughter. He screams for her. Millie. How did this doctor and his daughter end up in a disaster? That was predicted just hours before? To understand how this happened, we have to go back. Moscow, the largest city in Russia, a city that is now collapsing under the weight of its own population. The city's infrastructure, built centuries ago, can no longer bear the burden. The subway tunnels are even worse. They pass under rivers, adding immense water pressure. They are 100 years old. They could collapse at any moment. A metro employee named Sergei, on his night shift, noticed this exact problem. He saw water from the river above leaking down through the middle of a tunnel. Sergei immediately complained to his senior about it, but his senior, seeing that Sergei is often drunk, thought he was just hallucinating. He doesn't take the warning seriously. This single arrogant mistake is about to doom thousands of people. A woman named Irina is shown. Even today, after her job, she was spending the night with her boss, Andrew, instead of going home. She knew her daughter would be alone, and her husband, Sam, would be on his night shift at the hospital. Irina was having an affair with Andrew so that she could get a good promotion. She was also afraid her husband, Sam, might find out. At the same time, her husband, Sam, is a doctor who works day and night in a busy hospital, all for his daughter's happiness. After working all night, Sam returns home. He finds out Irina never came home. He knows deep down that she is cheating, but he doesn't know with whom. Sam, without sleeping, gets his daughter Millie ready for school. And today, his luck was so bad that someone else had parked their car in front of theirs. He can't drive. So both father and daughter, even though they don't want to, have to take the metro. But Sam isn't the only one fate is pushing underground. A short while later, Irina also returns home. Just then, her boss, Andrew, informs her that there is a very important meeting at his office. As Andrew is on his way, his car gets stuck in a huge traffic jam. Today's meeting is very important. So he too hands his car over to the driver and quickly goes to take the metro from the nearby station. Here at the station, thousands of people are traveling. And as luck would have it, Andrew gets on the exact same train that Sam had boarded with his daughter just a little while ago. Besides them, there were more than 2,000 people on this train, and none of them had any idea what was going to happen. On this same train is Gina, the friend of that employee, Sergei. A little while ago, when Sergei was doing drugs with her, a policeman started chasing them. Gina ran and boarded this train, while the police caught Sergei and took him to the station. Sergei tried to explain to them again that he had seen the subway getting weak and that they needed to do something. But the police officer just thought he was a drunkard and threw him in jail. And so, with the only man who knew the truth locked away, train number 42 slowly reached the same subway where Sergei had first seen the water leaking. And this is where our story truly began. We are back in the immediate aftermath after train is crashed. Sam, in the last coach, pushes people aside. He can't find his daughter. Just then, luckily, he finds his daughter, Millie, lying under a train seat. He picks her up fearfully. Since Millie was very small, she had fit under the seat during the collision and was saved. This brings great relief to Sam. Meanwhile, another passenger, Dennis, notices that water has slowly started to fill up here. They have to get out now. On the other side of the wreckage, Andrew is also safe. He breaks a window and starts making a way to get out. As many people as were alive in his coach now quickly get out and start going to the nearby station. Their path ahead is completely blocked by the crash, so now they have to go back to the previous station, which is several kilometers away. However, Andrew notices that going from the side of the overturned train like this could be dangerous. The wreck is unstable, so he alone climbs onto the roof of the train and starts moving forward cautiously. Just then, a coach starts to shake and tilts left and crushes the people passing by its side. Many below him is killed. Andrew's assumption was correct. Andrew also notices that the remaining coaches could separate at any moment, and from behind, where their train collided, water from the river above has started to come in. Soon, this entire tunnel will be submerged. While this is happening, the train's dispatchers finally notice the train is stopped. They can't make contact. They tell the next train to stop. Just then, a colleague sees a sudden pressure on the water pumps. They realize Sergei was telling the truth. The river is flooding the tunnel. In the main office, reports of an electricity malfunction start to come in. And back in the tunnel, a live rail hits the rising water. A short circuit happens, spreading an electric current everywhere. All the people who were running on the tracks are killed. This is why the remaining survivors are still trapped in the last coaches. In the last coach, Sam, with his daughter Millie, coincidentally bumps into Andrew. However, Sam still doesn't know that this is his wife's boss, and Andrew doesn't know this is Irina's husband. Here, in this coach, there were other survivors: Sergei's friend, Gina, a man named Max, Dennis, and a young woman named Alicia. They all start planning on how to get out. They saw the people outside get killed by the electric shock. They must confirm the electricity is off. Andrew, being the most cunning, finds a way to test it. He picks up a pet puppy from another passenger's bag and throws it into the water below. The others are horrified, but when the puppy is saved and starts to swim, they understand. The main office has turned off the power. It's safe to get out. By now, the coaches have started to break from the water pressure. They have to get out now. Dennis and Alicia had already gotten out and were trying to go back through the side of the train. But the train moves again. The wreckage shifts. Dennis quickly pushes Alicia inside a safe gap with force, but he himself gets stuck. He thinks he won't be able to survive. But Alicia told him not to give up. The entire coach is falling on top of him, but Alicia doesn't let go. And at the very last moment, when Dennis was about to be crushed, Alicia pulls him out. They are safe, for now. Meanwhile, outside, a few people who had gotten out before the electric current finally reach the previous station. The rescue team helps them up. They tell them everything: the crash, the wall, the river water. The officers now know the real situation. Out of 2,000 people, only 50 have returned. They estimate maybe 10 or 20 are left. The rest are all killed. On TV, the news spreads. And from this news, Irina understands. This is why Sam wasn't picking up his phone, and why Andrew is missing. Her husband, her daughter, and her lover are all on the same train. Irina now quickly runs to the incident spot. A meeting of all the big officials is held. The engineer reveals the terrible truth. The breaking of that tunnel is a danger bell for the whole city. Once the river water comes in, all of Moscow will be flooded. The only solution? Seal both stations and release liquid nitrogen inside to freeze the water. This will save the city, but kill everyone and everybody still left inside. The mayor, however, asks for a few more hours. He sends a rescue team into the tunnel, telling them to get as close as possible before the tunnel completely collapses. Back in the tunnel, Sam and all the survivors are now walking together over the train tracks. They find Dennis and Alicia, but before they can go any further, they hear a sound. They look back and see very big waves of water coming from behind. They understand. The train that was stuck in the tunnel wall is now moving, and if it moves completely, everything will be submerged. The rearmost coach of the train now separates and starts coming back with the flow of water, like a battering ram. If that heavy coach hits them, they will not survive. They all run for their lives. Just then, Sam finds a path on the side, a small ladder made for maintenance. He tells everyone to quickly come inside. Everyone else scrambles up the ladder, but Max, who was at the end, gets scared and tries to run away from the coach instead. But how far could he have gone? He is finally crushed and killed by the train coach. The rest are safe in the maintenance tunnel. Now they can't see anything in the darkness. Just then, little Millie turns on the light from her necklace. It has a small flashlight. Seeing this necklace, Andrew says, "I gave the exact same necklace to my worker Irina as a gift for her daughter's birthday." And from here, Sam realizes, this Andrew is the boss of his own wife, Irina. This is the man she is sleeping with. Sam now wants to beat Andrew to death, but he stops himself. First, he has to save his daughter. Now, all the survivors somehow find a way and reach a maintenance chamber. When they see the light of the road from a grate above them, everyone becomes very happy. They will finally be saved. But before reaching the road, they have to remove 2 heavy iron covers. They shout for help for a very long time, but the road above them is very busy with traffic. With so much noise, no one can hear their voices. They also see their phones are not getting signals this deep. Everyone, without wasting any more time, quickly starts trying to remove the bottom cover. However, it is very strong, but they finally open it together. After which, Dennis himself goes up and tries his phone. But this method also doesn't work. His phone even falls down, but Gina catches it. Their only hope is almost lost. In the back tunnel, the second coach also moves, and with this, a very large amount of water starts to fill the chamber. The group understands they don't have much time left. In the rising filthy water, Alicia, who has an asthma problem, realizes she dropped her inhaler on the way. She starts to panic, unable to breathe. Dennis, putting his life at risk, takes the flashlight from Millie and starts searching for Alicia's inhaler while swimming in the dark rising water. He soon finds Alicia's inhaler floating. He was happy about this when a dead body comes out of the water in front of him. Frightened by this, Dennis accidentally drops the flashlight. It sinks. It is now completely pitch black, and he is underwater, disoriented. He can't understand where to go. However, the other survivors figure it out. They set a fire with Gina's hairspray and a lighter, and signal the right path to Dennis. Following the light, he returns safely and gives Alicia the inhaler, saving her life. But the water level is still rising. They are about to drown. Just then, luckily, Sam's phone, which Gina had saved, gets 1 bar of signal. He quickly calls Irina and tells her his location. "We are in a maintenance room. The path leads to the main road above." Irina, who is at the station, quickly takes the help of the nearby officers and engineers and starts searching for that location. The engineers now take the old map of this tunnel and finally pinpoint Sam's group's location. They are going to be saved, but they are out of time. By now, the last train coach, the one that was plugging the hole, finally couldn't bear the water pressure. It comes off. And with this, now suddenly, a tsunami of water rises everywhere. Sam's entire group is swept away with the water and comes back into the main tunnel, washed away from the maintenance chamber. From the road above, Irina finally gets that cover opened. The rescue team starts looking for Sam and his group, but they are gone. They were all just swept back inside with the water. They were too late. Irina is told that they were all killed. She starts crying, wishing she would die too. But inside, Sam picks up his daughter. With the rest of the group, they have survived the wave. They quickly start moving forward, washed far down the tunnel. They are in a race against the government, which could release the liquid nitrogen at any moment. Soon, they all run and reach the previous station. But now they notice, the government has already sealed this station from all sides. This means they were very late. Soon the government is going to release nitrogen here. Andrew, being a businessman, says, "If I had to make a decision, I would have saved the city. The government has done the same. We can't be saved." Just then, Sam, filled with rage, tells him that the employee Andrew was having an affair with is his own wife. Andrew, hearing this, starts mocking Irina. He says if he hadn't gone to drop Irina home, he wouldn't have been in traffic and he wouldn't be here. Sam snaps. He attacks Andrew. For one, he was having an affair with his wife, and on top of that, he was mocking her. But just then, Gina, calming both of them down, says that they can't die fighting like this. They still shouldn't give up hope. And who knows, there might still be another way out. Just then, they notice the rescue team that had come here to save people is also still here, trapped behind the seal. The rescuers revealed that the government is about to release liquid nitrogen at any moment. And just then, more water starts coming from the front. The officials sitting above see the signal, and the mayor finally gives the order. Release the nitrogen. But since Sam's team had found the rescuers, they knew another way out, a hidden vertical shaft. They quickly start signaling upwards from there. Luckily, the rescue team had colleagues stationed there. They notice them. They quickly remove the cover and start pulling all the survivors out, one by one. From a distance, Irina also sees that first, her daughter came out, and then all the survivors. Alicia, whose parents were killed, is now comforted by Dennis. He had put his life at risk for her, and from here, they will now live together. Sam angrily takes his daughter from near Irina and starts moving away. Andrew leaves without even speaking to Irina. Irina goes to Sam and keeps apologizing. She promised that she would not do anything like this in the future. Meanwhile, Sam also couldn't say much to Irina in front of his daughter, but right now, he hadn't thought about whether he should separate from his wife or not. Just then, little Millie stops the ambulance and calls for the same puppy that Andrew had thrown into the water, and they bring him out with them as well. With this whole movie ends right here. So, subscribe to the channel for more such disaster movies. Thank you.